Imagine for a moment that you were given the chance to achieve a major goal, but all it required from you was one small action each day. At first glance, this might sound too easy to be true. How could such small, seemingly insignificant actions lead to anything life-changing? But what if I told you that the key to transforming your life, your career, or your relationships lies not in grand, sweeping gestures, but in the consistency of your daily efforts? The ripple effect of consistency is often underestimated, but it's this very power that leads to monumental success over time. Consistency is not about making one big move and hoping everything falls into place. It's about committing to small, purposeful actions each day. These may seem trivial in the moment, like exercising for just 20 minutes, reading a chapter of a book, or taking 5 minutes to connect with someone you care about. However, these actions, when repeated consistently, create a powerful momentum that drives you toward your goals. Over time, the cumulative effect of these seemingly insignificant actions adds up, and before you know it, you have achieved something remarkable. Consider the process of learning a new skill. If you were to practice for an hour each day, you might not see much progress in the first few days or even weeks. But as you continue, the repetition begins to ingrain the skill in your muscle memory or thought patterns. Eventually, what seemed difficult or impossible becomes second nature. This is the magic of consistency. It turns what initially feels like an insurmountable task into a series of manageable, even enjoyable steps. The key here is to focus not on the immediate results, but on the steady progress that comes from taking one step at a time. The power of consistency extends beyond just skill building. It's applicable in every area of life. Take career advancement, for example. Many people think that success in their professional life comes from a breakthrough moment, an opportunity that suddenly propels them forward. But in reality, it's the small, consistent actions that build a solid foundation for future success. Regularly showing up to work, meeting deadlines, delivering on promises, and continuously improving your skills all compound over time, gradually shaping you into the person who is ready to seize those big opportunities when they arrive. Those who succeed in their careers are often not the ones with the flashiest talents or luckiest breaks, but the ones who consistently put in the effort day after day, year after year. The same principle applies to fitness. Most people expect dramatic changes in a short amount of time, which can lead to frustration when results don't come as quickly as hoped. But the real transformation happens when you make exercise a regular habit. A workout here and there won't do much, but working out consistently, whether it's a 30-minute jog, strength training session, or yoga practice, turns fitness from an occasional endeavor into a lifestyle. Over time, the body becomes stronger, healthier, and more resilient, and the results speak for themselves. It's the compound effect of daily effort, not a quick fix, that leads to lasting change. Even in relationships, consistency is key. Showing up for the people you care about, making time for meaningful conversations, and following through on commitments might not yield immediate dramatic outcomes. But over time, these small, consistent actions build trust, deepen bonds, and create lasting connections. Whether it's nurturing a romantic relationship, strengthening friendships, or building a network, the consistency of your efforts will shape the quality of your connections. Personal growth, too, is a product of consistency. Personal development isn't achieved overnight. It requires daily commitment. It might look like journaling, practicing mindfulness, or setting aside time to reflect on your goals. These small daily practices build a strong foundation for growth, allowing you to gradually evolve into the person you aspire to be. The ripple effect of consistency is a powerful force. It's not about instant results or instant gratification. It's about making small but meaningful actions part of your daily routine. Over time, these actions compound, and you'll find yourself achieving things you never thought possible. Consistency doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you are. And it's through this steady, unwavering commitment to small actions that you unlock the potential for truly life-changing success. True success and lasting change rarely come from one-off efforts or bursts of motivation. Instead, they are the result of small, repeated actions taken each day. Consistency, the invisible force behind every achievement, turns actions into habits and habits into a way of life. Understanding this process unlocks the potential for lasting transformation. Habit formation is a neurological process where repeated actions become automatic. The brain creates neural pathways that allow tasks to be performed with little conscious thought. This is why habits, whether good or bad, become ingrained in our routines. Once a behavior is repeated consistently, it feels effortless, becoming a natural part of who we are. By embedding positive actions into your routine, you transform them into habits that shape your identity and drive success. The habit loop consists of three components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. For example, to start exercising, the cue could be setting out workout clothes the night before. The routine is exercising, and the reward might be the endorphin rush or sense of accomplishment afterward. Over time, your brain associates the cue with the reward, making it easier to stick to the routine. The more consistent you are, the stronger the habit becomes, becoming an integral part of your life. Creating productive habits isn't about willpower. It's about strategic consistency. The key is to start small and build momentum. Trying to overhaul your entire life at once leads to burnout. Instead, focus on one small habit at a time. For example, rather than running 5 miles daily, start with a 10-minute walk or jog. Gradually increase the time or intensity as the habit becomes ingrained. Small, manageable actions are more likely to stick and build the consistency needed for success. Setting clear intentions is another important step in habit formation. Define exactly what you want to achieve and why it matters. Without clarity, it's easy to lose motivation. For example, instead of saying, "I want to write more," say, "I will write for 15 minutes every morning to finish my novel by the end of the year." The specificity of your goal, combined with consistency, provides a powerful foundation for success. Tracking progress is essential when building habits. It helps you stay accountable and provides valuable feedback. Whether you're tracking workouts, writing, or learning, seeing progress reinforces the habit loop and keeps you motivated. It's easy to lose sight of how far you've come without a record to refer to. Successful individuals often attribute their accomplishments to consistent habits. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, spends several hours a day reading, which has allowed him to make informed decisions that propelled his career. Oprah Winfrey credits her success to daily habits of self-reflection, discipline, and maintaining a positive mindset. She practices meditation, exercise, and journaling, which have helped her build a media empire. In the world of fitness, athletes like Serena Williams and Michael Phelps also credit their success to consistent habits. Serena's unwavering commitment to training and mental conditioning made her one of the greatest tennis players. Michael Phelps, with his rigorous daily routine of swimming, weight training, and nutrition, won 23 Olympic gold medals. Their achievements are not the result of sporadic efforts, but of building consistent habits that aligned with their goals. Ultimately, consistency lies in the habits you create. It's not about instant success or shortcuts, but about focusing on small, intentional actions and sticking with them. By consistently practicing productive habits, you'll not only reach your goals, but develop the discipline and resilience needed to maintain them. The power of consistency isn't just in the actions themselves, it's in the transformation they bring, shaping you into the person capable of achieving extraordinary things. Staying consistent may sound simple, but it's far from easy. At first, the excitement of a new goal feels motivating, but as time passes, that spark fades and challenges emerge. Whether it's a fitness routine, a work project, or personal development goal, obstacles and setbacks will arise. Motivation can be high one day and nearly non-existent the next, making it easy to rationalize skipping a day or taking a break. This mindset can slowly derail your progress. Distractions are another challenge. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Phones, unexpected tasks, or social obligations. The temptation to focus on something more immediate or enjoyable like social media or TV can easily pull you away from your goals. And then there's the temptation to quit. When results don't come fast enough or the process feels harder than expected, quitting can seem like the easiest option. But consistency is truly tested in these moments. The difference between success and failure often comes down to persistence. It's about showing up even when you're tired, discouraged, or distracted. Persistence is the muscle that builds resilience, helping you stay on track toward success. Overcoming consistency struggles requires a mindset shift. Instead of focusing on moments of doubt or failure, focus on the bigger picture. Recognize that setbacks are part of the journey. Consistency isn't about perfection, but committing to show up even when it's hard. Forgive yourself for slip-ups and continue moving forward. Building a support system is also essential. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and motivate you can help you push through tough times. Having a clear why for your actions can keep you grounded during moments of doubt. When you remember why you started, obstacles become more manageable. In the end, consistency struggles are opportunities for growth. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your character and builds habits that lead to success. The ability to persevere is a valuable skill, and the rewards of persistence, achievement, and personal growth are well worth the effort. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, the idea of small, consistent efforts leading to major success can seem counterintuitive. We often believe success should come in bursts of excitement or quick fixes. However, true breakthroughs rarely happen overnight. They are the result of ordinary actions, repeated over time, that slowly build momentum. Consistency is the key to this kind of success. When we focus on taking small, purposeful steps each day, those small wins compound into significant breakthroughs that shape our lives. The process of turning small wins into major triumphs is like planting a seed. At first, there's nothing to see, but with consistent care, the seed sprouts and eventually flourishes. This gradual growth applies to any goal. Every workout, chapter written, or effort made adds up, building a foundation for success. Though it may feel insignificant at times, each action is a vital piece of the larger picture. J.K. Rowling's success as the author of the Harry Potter series is a perfect example. Her journey wasn't a stroke of luck, but years of small, consistent efforts. Despite numerous rejections, she kept writing. The manuscript that was once unpolished became a global phenomenon, transforming her life. Had she given up after the first, second, or 12th rejection, she would never have experienced the success her persistence brought. Similarly, Thomas Edison's invention of the light bulb wasn't the result of a single brilliant moment, but thousands of small failures. Each failure brought him closer to the light bulb. Edison's famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," emphasizes how his consistent efforts, despite setbacks, led to a groundbreaking achievement. In fitness, small wins lead to major triumphs too. Training for a marathon, for example, begins with consistent, incremental progress. A runner may start by completing just a few miles, and over time, these small wins add up, eventually leading to crossing the finish line. The progress is slow, but the consistent effort results in extraordinary achievement. Patience plays a crucial role in the journey from small wins to major success. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get discouraged when results don't appear quickly. But patience allows consistency to flourish. Each small win needs time to take root, and it's through the accumulation of these wins that breakthrough moments become possible. Ultimately, turning small wins into major triumphs requires a mindset shift. Success isn't the result of one dramatic event, but the accumulation of small actions over time. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. By embracing patience and consistency, you'll eventually reach triumphs you never thought possible. Like the seed growing into a mighty tree, your consistent efforts will lead to extraordinary results. There was once a man named Alex, an ordinary individual with no special advantages or significant connections. He lived in a small town, working a 9-to-5 job in an office, and his life seemed unremarkable at first glance. Yet behind the scenes, Alex was on a quiet mission to change his life in ways that many would never have predicted. What set him apart wasn't any inherent talent or early stroke of luck, but something far more powerful: consistency. It started with his passion for fitness. Alex wasn't the athletic type, and he certainly didn't have the body of someone who was always active. In fact, his job left him sitting at a desk for hours, and his diet was filled with fast food and sugary snacks. But one day, after feeling out of breath climbing a flight of stairs, something clicked. He knew he needed to make a change. However, instead of diving headfirst into extreme fitness routines or drastic diets, Alex made a simple decision. He would commit to small, consistent actions every day. For the first few months, his progress was barely noticeable. He woke up an hour earlier each morning to go for a jog, started replacing his sugary drinks with water, and opted for healthier meals. The first few weeks were tough. His body ached, and there were mornings when he felt like quitting. But he didn't. Day after day, he laced up his running shoes, no matter how tired or demotivated he felt. His jogs gradually grew longer, and he noticed small improvements in his stamina. His energy levels surged, and with that came a shift in his mindset. The same principle that he applied to his fitness began to affect other areas of his life. He realized that the power of consistency could be applied to virtually anything. In his job, he became known for his reliability. Whether it was meeting deadlines or consistently offering to help colleagues, he built a reputation as someone who could be depended on. Over time, his boss noticed his efforts, and Alex was given more responsibility. His small daily efforts at work paid off as well, and his career began to climb. But perhaps the most unexpected change occurred in his personal life. Alex had always dreamed of writing a book, but like many, he put it off due to self-doubt and a lack of time. He had started writing a few pages here and there, but the drafts never amounted to anything. Realizing the same principle applied, he decided to dedicate just 15 minutes a day to writing. Day after day, he wrote a few paragraphs, keeping the pressure off himself. Over time, those small sessions added up, and after a year, he had a finished manuscript. That book, a memoir about his fitness journey and personal transformation, would go on to be published and inspire others around the world. The power of consistency had transformed his life in ways he never imagined. Alex's story is a testament to the power of small, consistent actions. It wasn't about making huge, radical changes overnight. It was about the daily choices he made, no matter how insignificant they seemed in the moment. Over time, those actions compounded, leading him to places he never thought possible. His story teaches us that consistency doesn't require perfection or monumental steps. It's about showing up day after day, no matter how challenging it may seem. It's about putting in the work, even when the results aren't immediate or obvious. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed or discouraged, remember Alex's journey. Embrace the small steps, trust the process, and know that your consistency can create lasting, life-changing results. The power to change your life is within you, one small action at a time.